When we're in a difficult situation or relationship, is there a way to know whether it's challenging in a good way and may make us grow, or it's too tough for our skills and we better get out of it? Thank you. What a great question. The question is kind of like how to know our limit, right? So the only way that we can build resilience, the only way that we can grow what we call parami, which is like our spiritual qualities, our spiritual muscle and strength. The only way we can do that is by exposing ourselves to situations that are challenging for us. Likewise, the only way that we can expose our anusaya, if you remember, anusaya is the word for these latent tendencies, defilements that exist in us, but we don't get to see them because we haven't been put in the right context. So the only way that we can expose those anusaya is by exposing ourselves to challenge. If we don't expose ourselves to challenge, we don't get to grow in our sila, or our generosity, or our faith, or our morality, or our right effort, or our mindfulness, or anything, because it's easy for us, right? So we need enough challenge in the practice in order to grow and improve. And there are the kinds of challenges that just send us spiraling into a pit of defilements that's very difficult to get out of. And it can feel like a massive waste of time. So I've already told you, I have this defilement where I like to run towards a challenge, thinking, oh, there's a challenge, I stand to learn something or grow. And so in my personal practice and in my personal life, I walk this edge quite often of, is this a growthful challenge, or am I about to crash my life into a hole? And I've made that mistake quite a lot of times. I would say that in the times, even if you do cross over into having sort of extended yourself past your limit, or crashing yourself into more than you can handle, if your wise association is strong, you'll be all right. You'll come back to the Dharma. And maybe in retrospect, you'll be able to see with wisdom where you went wrong or where your limit should have been. So if you're going to play that game of embracing challenges for the sake of your learning and growth, then this is my first suggestion to you. Keep your wise association very strong and very close to you. Make sure you've got the Dharma clear. Make sure you've got good friends close by who will come and rescue you if you go too far down a wrong track. This is like your safety. When people go really wrong downhill for a long time, in almost every case, it's because there was insufficient wise association to get them back on track. The other thing I would say is that we want to kind of watch our defilements over a period of time. And obviously that period of time is sort of context dependent. If the challenge that you're trying to deal with is something like, let me see if I can just face being a little bit chilly in the night time, for example, let's say that's your challenge, then the time frame that you want to look over is maybe a few nights in a row. If the challenge that you're dealing with is some deep relational wounding and you're maybe entering into a new relationship to see if you can do things better with less defilements this time, then you want to look probably over several months or maybe even a couple of years. But what we want to be checking for is, do I notice my defilements increasing? Am I responding with ever more defilements? Or is it the same and there's no change and my habit pattern is just repeating? Or do I notice over time there's a gradual increase in the wholesome states that I'm responding with? Am I more able to respond to this situation with wholesome states? And if over time you're gradually more able to respond with wholesome states, then this forms part of your learning and growth. Now, it's still your choice which challenges you want to pick up. It's still your choice. We can choose to pick up very little challenge, and our meditation practice might be subtle, it might be refined, but if we've faced very little challenge, it's probably also going to be quite fragile. It means if life deals us a blow, we don't have a lot of tools or resources or resilience that we've learned. Or we could face a lot of challenge we're making ourselves pretty busy. We might not have so much time for the very, very refined end of the practice. And life doesn't go on forever and ever. So we need to find our balance in here somewhere, but this forms part of our personal choice which way we want to go up the mountain. Any questions on this?